Hi, gang. How are you? It is Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Griffin Fishroom, first in the house. Anthony's fishy friends, second here. Greetings to all, and to all a good night. First of all, I'm going to tell you something. I shipped out uh, Guppies, 2 packs of Guppies on Tuesday. And since I work at 5 a.m., I had them, I got home from work about 1:45. I packed them up real quick. I had all the packing ready to go. It's just put the fish in the bags. I had the fish out at the place at 2 o'clock. Okay. One arrived perfectly in 2 days. And one, I think, sat somewhere for like 2 days before moving on. So it's arrived in Los Angeles. So I'm watching very carefully. Somebody who watches the channel a lot, but she generally does not join our live stream. She usually watches it on replays. Our buddy Renee, who's in California, in the Los Angeles area. So hopefully they arrive all well and intact. It's for anyone who ships fish. A lot of people get really antsy about it. I have not gotten that antsy about it, except for this time of year. And I'll tell you why, is that the temperature is so weird. I have some shrimp going out to our buddy Jeff at Valley Fish, and he said, yeah, it's getting too cold here. Can you wait till next week? I said, fine. So I will ship his stuff out on Tuesday, because on Monday it'll still be a little chilly. I'll get that out on Tuesday. And I have something going off to our buddy Chattanooga Ed. So he's getting some guppies. So it's all good. So I'm hoping the shipment goes really well and everybody arrives intact and in place. They had plenty of water, plenty of air. I'm more concerned about the change in temperature. If they were left out in a vehicle that got below 40 degrees, that would concern me, even though it was well insulated. And you can't use a heat pack at this time of the year, mainly because you don't know if all of a sudden they're going to be sitting in the sun and you'll have 90-degree fish just frying away in there. So sort of a damned if you do, damned if you don't moment, right? Okay. The great zucchini shortage of 2020. I love giving my fish, my plecos and Amica splendens, and guppies like it too. Zucchini, I like it over cucumber. I have never done, and I have cans of beans here. I've never done the French bean thing, and maybe I should do it. So Thursday on the way home from work, I stopped by. There's like 3 Walmarts on my way home. So I stopped by the Walmart closest to my house on Thursday. No zucchini. No yellow squash. Okay, great. Good news. So after that, I go to, on the way home from work yesterday, I stopped at another Walmart, one that's closer to home, that's on my way. No zucchini, no yellow squash. I think, we've been reading a lot of the stories having to do with the shortages of meat. We have meat packing plants in the United States, and maybe for those of you who are watching in Australia or Europe or what have you, maybe you have to go and do that. Hey, thank you very much, Anthony. Finally hit 400. It's a slow grow, my channel, but you know what? I don't care. I'm just happy with the people I have. I'm blessed to have a great group of people who are my subscribers. I appreciate it. And someday we'll get to 1,000. Someday we'll get to 10,000. Will it be? I don't know. I think we do a couple of things really well with this channel. There's stuff that we can do better, but I've seen, and I don't want this to come across like I'm envious of other people's success because I'm not. I generally cheer it. But I've seen some channels I'm going, really? 8,000 people and you don't put out a lot of content? I'm sort of go, weird. I don't get it. So, but my whole deal here is I'm having fun sharing my fish uh, addiction with you. So the great zucchini shortage of 2020. Here's what I ended up doing: is that hey, Hattrick Farm in the house. How y'all here? We've got 6 here, 5 thumbs up. Please say that you're here so I can say hi. And I know Griffin and Anthony's Fish Rooms. I'm sure Hattrick Farm wants to say hi as well. So Bolo's here. He's next to me. He's out completely. He's real happy I've been home. I had to leave for about, I had to pick up a couple of things. I was out of toothpaste, and I was out of what? I was out of aspirin, and because you become a man of a certain age, who may have had like brain surgery, and you got to take an aspirin every day. So that's what I end up doing. So yeah, the fish are doing really well. The shrimp are doing really well. David Samsel, how are you? I'm probably gonna have to cut off selling shrimp for at least a couple of months because I've got to allow the population to rebuild up. I have to allow them to continue growing and all that sort of stuff. So it's yeah, good times in the fish room. Good times all the way around. I've got to do some water changes today. Um, I'm a little behind on that, so I've got to get that done. Yeah, this morning, by the way, in beautiful Joplin, Missouri, we were at like 36 degrees, and I'm happy I wasn't summer tubbing. And I'm not going to do it this year. But I will tell you, I went and priced out solar for my place. I may have mentioned this the other day. If I did, I apologize. And hey, Vinny the Mooch, welcome to the live stream. Um, so I went and priced out solar for my home. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. I talked to my realtor just in case you have to move or something. Does this add any value to your home? Yada, yada, yada. They go, yeah, no. I said, will the person buying the house take over the solar payments? They go 50-50. Some may not. All right. Yeah, 28 degrees. Yeah, that's nice and chilly for this time of year. So I was going to put up one of those wood, gardens where I was just going to put up, 2x8s. Well, I saw something on Facebook. I'm locked at home. I have nothing else going on. And I ordered a couple of fabric containers for vegetable gardens. And I ordered them like a little over a week ago, and they have not arrived yet, but I'm glad it went from there. I also had to order seeds. So I got seeds from Burpee, some Burpee seeds. And so hopefully those puppies will arrive relatively quick. And so I can, start planting my exciting victory garden. Is that what we're calling it? They're like the victory over COVID-19 garden. I don't know. I'm a pretty simple man, everybody. I'm a pretty simple man. But I've been, just really, really busy at getting all sorts of stuff. Waiting for Chewy to arrive. Surprised the Great White North hasn't arrived yet. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to look here, by the way, and okay, where are my seeds? So let's see here. Well, it my seeds will either be here today or tomorrow. They were they arrived apparently in Springfield yesterday. It's about an hour away. They do it depends on the time of day they get up. It's UPS though, it's not the US Postal Service. So here's what I got for seeds. I got Burpee's Golden Zucchini and for the fish. And for me, I got some bush beans. The variety is called Contender. Peas, super sugar snap. I like the snap pea pods. Not really a hot on peas, but I love the pea pods. Don't ask me why it's the same thing. Then I've got some sweet bell peppers coming. So I'll be packing those away. And I need to when I finally get my check from stimulus, I have to file my taxes. I've got a tax person to go to. I've got to call and make the appointment and get that done. So yeah, it's a guppy garden. Excellent, David Sampson. Excellent. Snowing this morning. Now, Hattrick Farm, where are you? Are you in the Great White North? Are you in America's Hat? Beautiful Canada? Of course, today, what time are you? Um, Anthony, I would love to do it. Um, I'll just stay up on Friday night. I will tell you, my schedule is I get up really, really early. So, y'all, you're in Maine. Knew you're in hockey country because of Hat Trick Farm. Maine, Minnesota, Michigan. It's where hockey is. Massachusetts pretty big in hockey. Vermont, for whatever reason, I think Vermont's just didn't syrup. I don't know what else they do in Vermont. Just to be fair. Um, yeah, I can do this on a Friday night. Would love to do it, Anthony. I'll stay up late. I'll be like a crazy man. So this morning, I he was in chat with you guys real late last night. See, that's why no Chewy. No Doug Gray either. Well, hopefully Doug will be on his way. Let me text Doug Gray and say that you guys have been asking for him. Put in the request saying, "Where's Doug Gray?" A couple of you guys, please do it so we can. And he hasn't. He's at home. He's with his fish. Let's see here. All right, I sent him a link. Hopefully, it's to the live stream. That'd be good. So hopefully he'll be here any second. All right, your daughter played hockey. Excellent. University of Vermont. Oh, we got some Vermonters here. Pam is here. Excellent. Streetwise. Who else? Am I missing anybody else? That's for sure, David Sampson. You have to let the snow melt first. Because I'm a single guy. Number one, I ain't pickling. I don't, I like pickles about as much as anybody. But if I buy like a jar of pickles a couple of times a year, that's fine with me. Um, so freezing up stuff. I'm getting a freezer. So freeze up, cut up pre-cut zucchini for the fish. And I like it too. So that's kind of the fun. Today's drink of choice. Beautiful Diet Dr. Pepper. So I'm looking to see when this wacky when my fabric flower beds show up, because I need to get I've got to go pick up the dirt to put inside them, and it looks like I'll have let's see here. I think I found the right one. Well, I ordered something off of well, I have some good news. I ordered some stuff off of Facebook, and the company seems to be gone. Great. So hopefully yeah, it's good news. And nice to know when a website disappears and it's someone that you purchase stuff from. So it's a treat and a half. Renee! Well, fantastic. Renee's getting some of these guppies, the world's longest shipment. This poor woman. The post office has gone out and punished me and Renee because we wanted those fish there in 2 days. And let's see, today is day 5. God help us. So hopefully they arrive. I if they were packed well, it's and again it's sort of a when you ship fish out, a lot of my guess is most of you. Bolo's right next to me. Let me get Bolo in here. He's just sleeping away. So when you ship out fish, when you get fish, and I've had fish delivered a lot. Alice, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. You're very much anticipating. Well, I will tell you, when you ship out fish, you become very paranoid because you're going, okay, did I get them? Did I pack it well? Did I? And I have a system, and it's been pretty good. So but I'm sitting there just going, and hubby says informed delivery info from USPS says they're out for delivery. Well, I hope well, Alice, I'm glad you're here for the dog. So Bolo, of course, I think I brought this up probably about 50 times. He's as deaf as a post. Completely deaf. And Alice, it's okay. Being here for the dog. People love the dog. He's a good little guy. Very spoiled. The most spoiled dog in the world. So it's so when you ship out stuff, you're as interested in it arriving on time as it's as anybody else, especially when you're dealing out with live fish. So there we go. That's sort of the deal. So I can't speak for everybody. But I have a feeling most of the people who ship out fish are exactly like I am, just going, okay. And the whole process is just, you want it done, you want everything to arrive well. It's just so it's just goofy. So there we go. So so that's sort of the deal. So yeah, so the idea here that we're running into supply shortages on food at the grocery store, And the deal is fresh veggies. People aren't buying extra fresh veggies, are they? I haven't seen anybody like load up on them. Uh, yeah, Alice, my dog will not lay on my neck. He doesn't climb up real good. Doesn't like it. One of his puppies, he's still intact, and occasionally he has a girlfriend come over for some sweet loving, and he's a purebred Pomeranian. And while he was not a show dog, he showed a little bit. It was mainly because I went through my brain aneurysm surgery. Right at the time, he should have been in the show ring a lot to get done. Select Pet, what's up? But for small dogs, generally with the small dogs, the females aren't titled all that much because, like in Pomeranians, they want them a little bit bigger sometimes. And both of Bolo's parents were show champions, and which is unusual. He has a unique pedigree, so he gets girlfriends if I'm working it. If I'm paying attention to trying to recruit people looking for love for their dog because they want to have puppies with a Pomeranian. So, and his stud fee is pretty good. His stud fee is $400. Ah, gee whiz, Renee. I hate this. I don't even. It's just the most. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. Thanks for the update. Yeah, hopefully these things go out. The last update I got because Renee's getting stuff from me, is that it departed at 8:43 a.m. Los Angeles Distribution Center. So who knows? You may end up having to. I had to do this once. Is that all of a sudden it arrived at the post office, and it was like after I knew that it showed up like at 1 p.m. and my delivery goes out at about 11. That's when I get the usual 10 to 11. I'll get a note that it's out for delivery. So I went to the post office once and just said, "Hey, I have an order coming in. It's live fish, and can you see if it's here?" And they found it for me. So there you go. Finoski takes Finoxki. Please tell me if I have that pronounced properly, and because that's important. So yeah, so that's sort of the deal. So hey, what is up, D? Down the wormhole. I was the first one to comment, I think, on your last live stream after you put it up to record because I arrived at the last second. I mean, literally, you were saying goodbye as I was typing in, hi. So this, weekend schedule around here, I've got to do some water changes. I need to set up a couple of more aquariums. There's really no reason I can't get those set up today. Um, I have to mow the lawn. That's going to be tomorrow because the grass is still too wet. Thanks, Renee. Yeah, it's keep me in the loop. Let me know what's going on. Send me a note. And so, yeah. Okay, Bolo's now in my lap. Okay, it's just so that people can see. And that's his head. I promise. Should get one of those robot land Yeah, you see that would be here. Here's where I am. Um, at when you go out and you do mowers, okay. Um, I'm not necessarily. I'm never the first adopter of a technology. I know a lot of people, and by the way, it's not being critical. Sort of who I am and what I'm about is I know people that if there's a brand new piece mower, mowers. Yeah, I've always been. I can remember in the early days of the iPhone, and I like avoided going to one of the smartphones for a while, right at the beginning there, mainly just as a bit. So I remember iPhones had just come out, and still everybody was using. Uh, yeah, grass, mow your grass. That's essentially, yeah, mower, grass. Yeah, mow what they say in English is mow your lawn. Mow your lawn, but I understood. I understood, Alice. Um, so I remember being on an elevator. It's when I worked in New York City, and there was some guy who kept saying, "Oh, I need to." He's talking to like a buddy on his thing. It's like one of those elevators you're on for several floors, so you're stuck with these people, in a metal tube for for 5 minutes or so. This guy looks at his buddy. He goes, "Let me check my iPhone." And so he looks at it, and I go, "Wow, an iPhone. Do you drive a Prius too?" Because Priuses had really become big at the same time. So I was busting his chops. By the way, I love Priuses. I don't own one, but I think they're pretty cool. And I have a Samsung phone. It's time for me to upgrade, and I may try iPhone this time. Any of you guys use iPhone? Or are you a Droid guy like me? I've done Droids, since like 2008. So when Droids started coming out, I started getting them, and I like them. But yeah, it's no my Huawei. I'm mispronouncing that. Alice, one of the reasons that I can't switch sides. Select pet, pick a droid. Maybe I just get the next edition of the Samsung. I like the one I have. It's I have the S10, but they're coming up with the thing that'll be ready for 5G. So Huawei, or whatever the name of that, how you pronounce that Chinese company. One of the reasons why I am not going to get that one is that that's the company that apparently is seriously data mining the West for China, and I'm just not going to do that. So I'm not gonna go through and take care of it. They have so much data on us, you know, these big mega corporations. Google right now knows that you guys are hanging out with me, and I'm talking about the great zucchini shortage of 2020. Yeah, I don't know what the whole process Yeah, the Android. Again, I've had it's both models have 5G. Yeah, I went to the Samsung mainly because they had a pretty good deal with it, and I was changing phone companies, and so I went with it, and I'm pretty happy. It's my first Samsung. I had like a cheapo Samsung years ago. All right, Bolo wants to get down, everybody. Hello. Bolo has been pretty good about never jumping up and down on furniture. Doesn't do it. But he'll ask me. Yeah, so it's good. So, Anthony, what time is your live stream? You always do it on Friday night, and what time is it? Yeah, David Samsel, you're right. And, my deal here is that I shipped out two packages at the same time on Tuesday. Ah, the S7. Yeah. It's and I don't know what the difference is between different models of Samsung phones, except they get newer and more expensive. Um, you probably have bigger processors and all that sort of stuff. Um, my deal is that I shipped two things out, and one of them arrived ahead of time. The same size package, the same contents, Guppies. Um, and this guy, um, it got to him right away, etc. And the deal for Renee is that the package she got, I wasn't getting any updates. So there you go. Hate my phone's face recognition. Unlock it. Didn't know you in a mask. What kind of what kind of bad stuff that is? It's yeah, this is the first time ever. Normally when I upgrade, I don't upgrade to the latest and greatest, so I'll get like the second one. V-Stag, what's up? But this time they had such a good deal that it was like, might as well. And I'm pretty happy about it because the technology um, is pretty sweet. You mean Lucas at LRB Aquatics runs over? How I'm not surprised. He's great though. I love him. Fishroom Jesus, Fish Fam Jesus. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I have a PC. I don't have a Mac, and I'll tell you why I have PC. It has nothing against the Apple computer product, which I think is good. The problem is, um, by the time and this has sort of changed in the last few years. It used to be by the time it used to be your uh the software that came with some PCs was like complete setup with it. And now they have it in a thing where you get to go online and put in a thing to get the Microsoft Works type of thing. And for a long time, Microsoft not Works, but Microsoft Office used to be a little clunky on Apples, but those days are over. See, there you go, flip phone. Nothing wrong with that. Apparently, they have a new flip phone that's right now the cost is $2,500 because Samsung came up with it, and one of the other companies came up with it as well, and they have it available on a very limited basis. You remember the whole period there where cell phones were getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and then the phones became huge, so you could watch Netflix on it. So there we go. Galaxy Z. I think that's it. I think that's it, Alice. So here's one of the things I'm going to do. I think my video tomorrow is that I've been working on a cross, a Guppy cross. And I think the early stages of it look pretty good, pretty promising. So I am going to put it on. I'll go through and show you guys where I am with it. And what I would like to do is just I don't need and it's if I make $5 off the fish, that'll be fine. So my packing and stuff, and shipping comes out to 16. So I'll put these down for $21. Madfish Diva, welcome. How are you? I think thank you very much. Good spirits, healthy, good. I hope you are as well. I hope everyone is. The originator of rock and roll passed away today. Little Richard, the best. And so, such an amazing performer. And yeah, select pet. The deal is, as much as everyone goes out and talks about, yeah, this is a fish tube live stream. We just talk about cell phones. Um, you know, the idea of technology and how it grows and what the future is of it and what people want, um, that's changed so much and it continues to change. And one of the reasons why all of a sudden there's a brand new company with technology that shows up out of nowhere and becomes huge is because no one really knows what the future is with it. No one knows because all of a sudden the market goes out and grabs something. Now, this is a little bit older technology, it's 10 years ago. But 12 years ago, when Facebook started to be a big thing, um, there was another social network at the same time. Now, my mind just went blank on the name. MySpace. MySpace was huge. And Facebook and MySpace, right at the beginning, not that much different. Well, because of innovations and because of not resting on their laurels, coming up with unique stuff, Facebook just took over and became huge, absolutely huge. So, excuse me, I'm okay. Um, so if you look at that, um, a company can come up with some innovations or two, and they can kill it real quick. You told your boss that texting and Bluetooth would never take off. Yeah, you see, there you go. I'll give you my confession of not understanding. When I was probably about this is at the early end of computers. I was in my, I was like 22, 23 years old. Um, the home computer at this point was very, very rare. And I can remember being at like a cocktail party or an outdoor cookout or something like this. And my brilliance was this, and this is just pure brilliance. I was an idiot. I said, I have a home computer, which I did at the time. I love it. But the majority of people, you go into their homes, they can't set the clock on their VCR, which was true. I don't know how this is going to work. Well, guess what? I was a little wrong. That was my worst prognostication ever. Worst one ever. So, Anthony, I would love to be on your live stream, and I'll just have to stay up late on a Friday. So, you let me know when you want me. You can reach out to me, and we'll get it done. Would love to do it. And would love to be a part of it. Yeah. It's, I hate to quote Yoda, but I will. Future has a lot of emotion in it. There you go, Alice. Reach out to me always, mob.guppy@gmail.com, mob.guppy@gmail.com. So, yeah, I'm looking over here at, it's really funny is I have the 55 and I have the 65 in my direction. And in the 55, all I have in there is I have like 4 or 5 guppies and select pet. You're right. If people had to use DOS, you're correct. And when I said this, it was right before Windows 95. So there you go. Um, so I'm guessing the deal is I don't have any Plecostomuses in the 55. But all I have in there is some shrimp and some, 5 guppies. Young, little teeny guppies. They're growing up. That tank has some algae. My 65-gallon tank, which does not get any direct sunlight, has 0 algae, and it's loaded up with fish. It's got of the guppy shipments I have done in the last couple of weeks, I've taken 50 to 60 guppies out of this one tank, and it's still, pretty full. So there you go. Ooh, David Samsel, yep. By the way, who misses Radio Shack? It was a company that never quite adapted, but it was great. I love going into Radio Shack. You know what my favorite store to go into right now? Talk about guy store is and women, you'll not understand this, but every guy here when I say this will go, "Oh yeah." Batteries and bulbs plus. There are so many different light bulbs you can buy. If you go through the line and the aisle at Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards or wherever you go with light bulbs, you can sit there forever. Oh, your grandma loved computers and tech. That's cool. That's cool, D. My mom, not so much of a tech lady. Yes, Earth's merchandise. That was a good one, Streetwise. Sears is dead, or is just about dead. But Sears really screwed it up. They should have become an online business really quickly, but they kept on doing the stupid catalog business, which ended up, croaking. And if you have a specialized business, say, let's just go out and say like seeds, well, you can do a lot more with that. Do a lot more with the seeds thing. So that is, so that's sort of the big thing to go and watch, and just how wrong I have been on many things, and just predicting. And yeah, that's not good. I have a feeling I didn't spend too much money with these people. Spent about $40, which is a lot of money, but it's not like some of these people who get absolutely nailed on their stuff. Yeah, but going in and looking at light bulbs, I could sit and look at like light bulbs for an hour and just be, well, that one does that. I mean, it's like how women look at shoes, men look at light bulbs. I mean, it's just, oh, this is an LED bulb. It has 8 watts and it gives you 60 watts of light. Wow. It's the way it goes. It's kind of the excitement that we have going on. But David, that's sort of the deal. You do the water changes, you do all that sort of stuff. It's all good. Rob, 93 Aquatics. How's it going, bro? You see, there you go, Renee. It's it's and I'm not, I was, my former wife, you get her close to a shoe store, and it was like, I would be sitting in a corner for hours as she combed looking for the next great shoes. Thank God she had an odd shoe size, or I would have been in real hawk over shoes. The wood welding department, yep, yep. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I can't wait for everything to open up so I can enjoy more fish store stuff. I can't wait, can't wait. In fact, I have a question. Supposedly, they were going to have a fish club meeting tonight, but they hadn't confirmed. And for whatever reason, I'm not necessarily always the best at this, at making sure things are going on. So let's see here. Doesn't look like they're going to. Nope, doesn't look like they're going to be doing it. I'm looking forward, by the way, to going to an auction, a wonderful fish auction. I can't wait. And so I'm pretty pumped up about going into one of those, going out and dealing with some of the stuff that I have. going through and learning more about just the whole process of going to the fish auctions. I love it. Absolutely love it. So nope, they're not doing a meeting tonight, which I'd love to have gone to. I need to get out of the house in a pretty serious way. Have you got any of you guys had this going on with it? Yeah, no fish club meeting for this month. Hey David, you have a great one. Thanks for stopping by. Always good, again, we all have busy stuff going on, so whoever can participate when they can participate, I'm a big fan. I always appreciate it. Uh, so it's I'll have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do for the rest of the day today. I have to do the fish things. Um, just go and get a couple of things done around here, and I'm still unpacking. I have a bunch of pictures. I only have two up, so I got junk to do. Junk to do all the way around. Um, what other things do I want to share with you guys? Um, it's just the whole process of getting things. Now, when you go to the grocery store, are you noticing things missing like I am? Um, there was a problem there for a while getting eggs, and now I've had no problem getting eggs. There was, you know what is not having a problem with? Vegan things. I bought at Walmart. They have these vegan burritos, breakfast burritos are really really good, especially if you put like a Tabasco on them. That green Tabasco is great. Um, they were like $1.80 each, so I bought like 10 of them. I may go back and buy more today. I mean, that's just it's all good. So who's moving? Are you moving, Rob? Yeah, well, or you just I brought up moving, then putting up pictures and stuff like that. Right now on the wall, I have, and I'm not even really that big of a sports collectibles guy, but I have some sports collectibles. Not a lot, just a few things. I have like family pictures, Bolo. I have a couple of pictures of Bolo. I have a couple of pictures of my horse, Wayno, but I don't have stuff set up. I just have the two pictures up so far. And I'll probably move them around a little bit more and try to get things organized and get things in place. Yeah, moving. I just went through this, Rob. I set it up that I moved in, set up the first aquariums, and began moving over the fish over like a 3-week period, and then having to go to the old place and feed the fish. So I was doing that twice a day. I feed my fish 4 to 5 times a day. As soon as we're done here, I fed them a little later than normal. I'll do a feeding once we're done here, and then in and then I have baby brine shrimp that I'll feed. Yeah, probably around in about 3.5 hours, and then I'll feed them right before I go to bed. So I'll be 4 times, and they get different food every. I have enough different food items. They get different food every time I feed them, so that's good news. So they get different nutrition, different. If one of them's missing a thing and the other one's got it, they're in place. So I know a lot of people who do, and I don't know if you guys do this. Do mix up a bunch of foods together, to sort of make up for that. And it's really not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. So it's that's one of the things that to go out and pay full attention to as we all get our fish rooms ready to go and up and running. Yeah, the moving thing, I'll just tell you. See, there you go, Renee. Yeah, I know people who do that, and I and quite frankly, it'd be much less work if I did it like that. Because all of a sudden, I flip around. The only time that's really consistently fed the same time each day is the baby brine shrimp, mainly because I set it up at 4 a.m. and I I it's ready. I serve it about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Today I started like 6:30, so I'll feed it like 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. But basically, it's always at the same time. Yeah, mixing foods is really good. I also need to get. In fact, when I'm done here, I may run out to the LFS and see if they're open about the process of maybe see if she has a Cyclops in or frozen Daphnia because I'm out of frozen Daphnia. I have Marco. What's up? Greetings to Italy. Yeah, you know what, Rob? Here's what I do. You want to know my morning routine? I'll lay it out for you. My alarm goes off at 3:45. I have to hit the snooze once or twice. Do you know what? I have not seen that yet, Renee. I have not seen it at all. So, yeah, I get up at 3:45 in the morning. I uh, I I make the coffee. Um, I have to get Bolo has heart medicine. I've got to give him his heart medicine. I start the shrimp, and at my best day, I set up the brine shrimp right before 4 o'clock. I take Bolo for his walk. I come back. I make breakfast and get ready to go to work. And I down a half a pot of coffee in 20 minutes. Just it's like you sometimes see people drink booze and they're like, yeah, it's sort of like that. I'm like guzzling coffee. So I did, so I go and do that and go from there. And then I feed the fish before I jump in the shower and head off to work. And, it's also good here. I spend time with Bolo in the morning before I leave. He sits on my lap. By the way, he left us. He's back in the back bedroom, I think. He likes to sleep. Um, at night when I'm sleeping in there, he sleeps on one side of the bed right next to my shoes. And if I go back there right now, he's on the other side of the bed. And there's sort of a chair thing a chair that I have in there. And he likes to get under it like he's best way to describe it. So it's kind of like a little kennel for him, a little cave. So he gets back there and he'll go hide in there, which is cool. So again, I'm looking for this very much. So it's I can't wait to get out and using and seeing all the different things. And yeah, part of me wants to go to I don't get my mail at my house. I get my mail at a different location, primarily because since I do get fish and plants and stuff like that, I don't necessarily want it shipped to the office. So I get it at a UPS store. So Marco, I should, and I'll tell you why I don't. And why I don't do it from my fish room. I am in the fish room. Bolo the dog is tremendously spoiled. And because he's spoiled, he doesn't like if I'm all of a sudden somewhere for an hour and I'm not picking him up, and he doesn't like sitting right on top of my lap. So I have to be near a couch. I have a recliner I don't use. I have like a great, comfortable, lazy boy recliner. He doesn't like it. So I sit on the couch. So that's why I haven't done one. Maybe I'll try to do it and see. Maybe he won't do anything one day. Maybe I'll try that and be in front of the fish aquariums. So maybe I'll give that a shot and see what kind of a pain in the neck Bolo becomes. The world's most spoiled dog. So there's some people in the neighborhood who have a Bichon Frise. That's a puppy. He's like under a year. And they're out working outside in the yard, so they have him out in the yard with them with no leash on, etc. So Bolo is so deaf. That dog runs, and for whatever reason, Bolo sees just fine. Well, maybe he doesn't, but I think he sees just fine. And this dog is easily within eyesight and is just barking up a storm. Bolo doesn't hear him. And once Bolo sees him, he wants to go over and play with him. So it's all good. By the way, thanks, gang. 14 here, 15 likes. I really appreciate your being a part of it. Yeah, I may try that frozen San Francisco Bay brand frozen dried Cyclops. I've got to see if I can make the fish deal of the century with my LFS. I'll do that right when we're done here today. I'll zip over to see her and see if she. Every time I've been in there trying to, I sort of want to trade, trade things with her, and so we'll find out. We will find out. All right, gang. It's been an hour and 3 great minutes. Great with you. We'll be here Monday. I'll have a video out tomorrow. New England Angler. Oh, San Francisco brand is now made in China. Great. That's wonderful. And I love the Chinese people. They're lovely. I don't like that communist government. As we all have learned, they're not the great to deal with. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you Monday night live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific, and then I'll have some new content out tomorrow, and I'll do this thing on this group of fish I'm doing, and see if somebody wants to join me in sort of developing the idea of growing out this strain. Thank you very much, Anthony. Again, thanks to everybody. You have a great, great weekend.